Hey everybody, welcome to Building Anzu. Today I want to improve our insights page a bit because we have most used categories, and while I've built a bar chart, I don't think it's very useful in that current state because it's just showing like the most used categories and it's ordered, and like the table has the same amount of information, like even though there could be significant differences. I don't really see that there's much value. So what I want to build instead is like practically like just like a timeline chart where we can see like the usage of each day and like the features not stacked up, but like just as different line charts. So we're gonna do that. And first, what we need to do is we don't yet have an endpoint for building the line charts. So I've actually just shortly before the video taken a quick look at how we're doing it for the event count. So we do have an events timeline that you can toggle like last 7 days, and we have some fake events that Bruno built. What I'm gonna do is steal most of the code for the categories, so we can just aggregate our most used categories by that. And after we have the endpoint, we can go ahead and build the curves, so like the line charts practically. So let's see. So we do have the event count, and that practically what it does, it takes like the time range, some filters. Like, I don't think we need to filters for the most used categories, because what we're trying to do is like the events view is more of like a raw data view that you can filter on, and instead the insights, they should give you like really quick insights, like where your product is most used. Definitely much more opinionated. It just really depends like what you want to eventually use for your own product. Like if you're happy with like just what we offer for you, or what your team might do, like the customer's team might do, doing like drill downs, whatever. So here we can just get rid of the filters, and we have the, obviously we don't want to use that, so we're gonna do insights categories, most use count. Yeah, that seems fine. Time range can also be parsed, that's fine. We do need click house, get event. Just see how do we do it for the categories. I don't know, how do we? Let me take a look. Most active users, no, we want to get the most used categories. Yeah, okay, so that's a really simple request. It's right on top. It's even before like the analytics event and all the types. Maybe we should clean that up eventually, but that's fine for now. So get category. That seems fine. We don't need the filters right now. So the endpoint building is usually pretty straightforward. Like we do have this internal routes file, and there we just order like everything that's like product internal. So external routes would reflect for like whatever an user's API might use in the internal route. In contrast, users, it's just for us. Obviously, we might choose to expose some of them, but that is a different story. I don't know, for a different video. Might do that then. So let's just copy that. I wouldn't say it's fairly early today, but kind of stepped in because it's like the first Christmas holiday here in Germany. So it's good because it means I have the time to do a nice little video for us. But obviously, I might still take a bit to understand what we're actually building here. So we can get rid of the filters. Also, I'm still having a bit of a cold, so hope that is fine. From analytics, .event, yeah, that is correct. Group by category. Oh no, we have to use the buckets. Can we do two groupings? So if we group by bucket, so we're not using the filters. I see. So time range is bucket. Yeah, that is okay. Now we need to do some extra additional aggregation here. Oh, it's not exported yet. Is it? No, it should be. Import state, right. Let's see. So, yeah, usually how we divide up work is that Bruno mostly does the backend work. So I have never written like any clickers, database statements. That's like we get there. That's fine. So let's see if we bucket it by created it. Okay. By category. Okay, so we're selecting this bucket. Count is count. What we don't need to group. Oh, okay, so we practice. So what we're doing is like now we're just counting all the arrays of that bucket. So like, I don't know, day or so, time range. That means that what is it? Analytics time range. Past time range. So I'm not sure if that is even the right request. It should be. Okay. I mean, what we could do is could just select the most used attributes and then for each get like the time range. Or not the most used categories. Because I'm not sure, like would be an awfully inefficient query, say the least. But then I could just ask Bruno what we're gonna do then. So just use category. How did we call it? No. There's the new code. Come on, get there. And most use categories. Okay. The Copilot does seem to. Yeah, seems fine. Yeah, let's do it that way. So then we can just like deal with the optimized query later. Like I want to do like a very like expressive result today, so let's just do it that way. So function get the range count of string. What else do we need for the query? The environment ID, limit, and time range. Can just take and clickers, obviously. Oh, we're gonna need all of them. Apparently, no problem. Just do this. Okay, and that way we clean it up a bit, so it's a bit more neat. Yeah, that seems fine. And then we can go environment ID and category. Is that correct? Yeah, seems to be. That's how it works. Can always improve on later on. Like, I think that is fine. No, we do need a category. So yeah. Okay, Copilot results. Oops, promised at all. Nah, awaited bucket count. No, that seems to be fine. Oh, now we don't have the bucket, so obviously we need to do category. So bucket count, that is fine. No, so it's actually smart. So that's gonna return that. Okay, let's do it that way. Category. And just for now, doesn't need to be perfect. So what is missing? Not a brace. Not brace, but parentheses. Oops. That is like habit. Yeah, we can return this. Oops. In one line. No problem. So get category count timeline. Like I said, might be awfully inefficient. Or it definitely will be awfully inefficient. But that leaves us more time to do the front-end magic. So yeah. Let's use that. So we do have like just data route, not the data route file where like all our requests go. Categories, count timeline. Don't have filters for now. Just gonna throw them away. No need to care about them. Insights. Where's the insights? Should put that to the insights actually. Oops. Users, user identities. Okay, I'll put it here. How is it called? Most used categories. Just sticking with that. categories count. That seems fine. Analytics count bucket. Category count bucket. String and result is an analytics count many buckets. Yeah, that is what we're gonna do. So we need to go back here. That is fine. So because then we can just go ahead and use it in our not events inside charts in our insights page. So categories timeline. That is actually not how we called it. Buckets. Yeah, so it's buckets. Just using the fixed time range here. Eventually, what I want to do is like for events, we have this. Yeah, we need to restart the API. Let's see. Yeah, I hope that does it. Because we have the types in the backend, and for the frontend to know which types to use, we need to just rebuild the backend quickly. So yeah, now it works. So what I want to add later on is also like this time range picker, which lets us choose which time range to use. Didn't yet do that for the insights, but eventually we're gonna put it there too. But that maybe we're doing it in this video, depending on how long it takes. Otherwise, I would just do it in another video just to keep the videos bearable. Like, still, like, is a new thing for me, and I want to do it right. But that also means that I should just take some extra care to make sure that they're good quality, and I'm not recording like, I don't know, an hour of video, which turns out to be really bad. So we have those. Okay, now. I suspect we might need to structure it a bit differently now. So no problem. Function. Category insights. Let's call it that way. Yeah, I think we can do it. Yeah, so let's pull out the shell of it. So now what we would do is like just keep this around. It's not beautiful. Like I said, maybe I would probably throw it out eventually. But like we have multiple cards. Like, I mean, this is obviously a different layout here. So we have a table and like a card thingy. But I just want to like make it seem more rich than it actually is, because it's the same data just displayed differently. Then again, we're not building like a finished product from the start, just something we can work with. So let's pull that out. We'll put it here. Insights, and then let's take our shell. Yeah, I think it's just that actually. Not much more. Yeah, I think so. And here we have the most used categories. And that is of type. Which type is it? Analytics most used category. Oh no. or undefined. Yeah, just oops. That's fine. Putting that on the top. So category insights, most used categories, and we're gonna put most used categories with let's just rename it. Better. Yep. So why is it complaining? No. Obviously, we need to do like a props thingy. So I have to confess, React is still a relatively new thing for me. So that's why often I just need to browse around. Yeah, that's how we do it, and see how to actually do it exactly like props. Which is fine, I suppose. Just that obviously it takes some more round trips than for some more proficient people in React. Oh no, did I do it right? Did I do it right? Yes. No. Sorry, I do make some weird noises sometimes. It's not the correct type. We're gonna fix that. Is it because it can be undefined? Yeah. Okay. That is fine. And so we're gonna throw at this stuff. I'm gonna make like a thingy. I don't know how it's called again. Fragment. Call span. Okay. So this relates to that one. But why is it like... so if it is empty, so that should be div anyway. Then we need to wrap the outermost one. Yeah, that is fine. And if we do have it, this shall be gone. Oh yeah. Just gonna do that. Most used categories. And let's just call it category insights. Yeah, looks the same way. I don't know why it was so wide, but seems to be fine. So now we can build the function. Category timeline. Most used categories. Would be the correct name. I mean, it's also mostly shell. Like, as you can see, we have like this is just for the loading animation. This is for the table, and like that is the actual chart. So it's just mostly work for making sure it looks good. can return something already here. No, we can do copy the loader. Like all of that, I suppose. And D is empty. We do need so it's buckets. And our buckets are of type. I mean, they can be undefined technically. I'm gonna pass null there just for sake of our cat. Yeah, that seems fine. So now we can. Oh yeah, we not all return paths return something. So obviously we do need to just. Okay. Yeah, so don't actually need these. Just got a display graph for now. So as I think it's row. Just take a look. Okay. It's probably because of the relative h full. And that fucks up the thingy. That is correct because it should not be there. No, so each of them should have their own. Okay. So reverting back to where we started. That is fine. But yeah, happens. It doesn't mean we can get. No, just keep that. So yeah, practically each of them is their own row. Fine, then we're doing it that way. Just me not thinking straight. And the last one. Oops. And closing this one. Pretty, I will make it pretty fast, so no need to worry too much about indentation here. And that means that we should get rid of those. Oh no. Oh no, that is not correct yet. So now it's because it's h full. Oops. Should not full height. Still doesn't explain why it is not correctly aligned. Because we do have the grid there. Let's see. Why is it that way? Oh, so I guess because it uses a different diff. And we should not wrap it inside one. Yeah. Doesn't make sense. Oh yeah. Much better. So we can check why it's not working in a backend now. Something went wrong. Let's see what did not go well. Substitution. It's not set. Oh yeah, we need to pass it to the query, obviously. Well, smart me. Category name does need to go in there. Oops. Restarting. Let's see if it works now. Okay, still restarting. Oh, it's ugly that they're like the border is just going like below that. Okay, so it does display differently. That is good. I mean, we could go back and just fix up the styling, but then again, I can also do that off video. It's not too interesting, I suppose. So yeah, we're definitely getting back some data because we don't yet have a state. Okay, so most used count. Oh yeah, that is exactly the kind of data we want. Cool. Really nice. So now we can go in and build our chart. So let's close this. Let's also display something. So we do know that there's data, or we do know there's data, but it's a bit prettier. Got some data. Definitely not prettier, but okay. So now we can actually just like put the shell in there. We don't need the as empty. Let's put some this around. And don't need to animate it. Our chart will go in here. Cool. Yeah, we're gonna fix the ugly thing back later. So let's take a look. So we have the visx. And practically what we need to do is to display some curves. Curve linear. I think curve linear suits us best. Okay. Chart. Are we in the right chart file? Yes, we are in the inside charts. Bar chart. Bar chart responsive. Okay, I cannot close that one. We don't need this one anymore. That was an ugly experiment. Looked good, but the thing we now have is even better. So export function. Line chart. Definitely more than that though. Oh no, that's fine. Props data bar item. That is not correct. chart. What is the events question mark? Do I want to care? No, let's not care about that right now. Why is it just picking height and data anyway? Make it generic bar item. Oh no, we can call it line item. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, it should be a timeline icon, I think. But the timeline item, isn't that just like the bucket thingy? So practically we just want to pass the buckets and let the chart care about it. So let's just do the dirty way first. That is fine. And we're gonna do this because we're nasty. No, Bruno, go away. Export function, line chart. Yeah, that needs the same data. Fine. Yeah, thank you, Copilot. Very good code. I think we can copy some of it. X scale, Y scale, yeah. Yeah, that's the same. The bounds. Just copy all of it. Then we're going to replace. That's fine. Domain. So we do have the event chart, the brush chart. Yeah, we should use that one. What's the time range? Ah, I see. So we do have the time range. Buckets and time range. So the data are buckets. Should definitely call it differently than it's like a timeline chart. I'll just call it timeline chart. Timeline line chart would be the correct term, I suppose. So let's change that up. No need to go fancy here. We have the buckets. Can be in analytics. Category count bucket for now. Timeline chart. Like, first get something running, then care about making it reusable. That is how I like to do things. Sometimes, like, you don't actually need it to be reusable, right? So We're just going to do it that way. Okay, so that probably needs to be exported. Time range. Oh yeah, we need to add the time range too. Perfect. So the thing is, we don't have bars, right? We do have lines, curves. So let's see, where does it start? Yeah, that seems to be the group. Yeah. Like, we don't need the markers. I don't necessarily like the example. Like, it's a very non-informative example. But then again, like, obviously they do want to be a bit fancy and just not just do like thingies. So we have data. Should not be a bar item anymore. Oh no, we're in the wrong function. I am sorry, dear function. We need to go here. The broken thingy. Data. Even though I don't care. No markers, please. Line path. That we need to import. Show points, yes, should be. Should include the pointies. Line data account bucket. So of course we do need to add the line pass. That seems to be fine. Result. What kind of curve do we want? Yeah, just use that one. How do we get the curves? Curve types, all curves. Okay, so we need to curve. Visx curve, give me the curves, please. We might need to install them. Okay. And we wanted the curve linear, so yeah, that's fine. Result. Get X, get Y. Should that be? Just, yeah, okay, so that is get date count. Okay, date. Line height. Where does that come from? Line height. Okay. Oh, no, it should not be. Don't need that. Line path. What does it expect to be there? Oh, it can also be just that one. Okay, so we need to install the curves, I suppose. Let's install the curves. Just need to find the right one. This one it is. So that way, we're really fancy in using PNPM, mostly because we need the types from the backend in the front end, and that is fairly easy to do with PNPM. Curve, linear. Hello, give me curve linear. Okay. Now we do have curve linear. Yeah, we do need. Not sure if that is actually correct, but buckets. Yeah, it's not buckets, it's data. Map. Oh, yeah. That's actually interesting. Max. Get dates. So we do need to get all the dates, right? Like, all right, so it's actually, oh yeah, that's different. I think we can flatten that. So getting the results, and from that flatten it to get the date counts. Yeah, I think that should do the trick. Line chart is not defined. What do you mean line chart is not defined? Yeah, okay. Yeah, of course. It's not the line chart anymore. We call it differently. It's the timeline line chart. So that should be different. Chart props, timeline. What does it need? Oh yeah, the time range. So I'm taking that one too. Time range. Go get it. Go. Here's the time range. Okay, so it doesn't break anymore. Now we can plug in our neat little graph and see if it actually works. If I can find the page. Okay, here's our page. 9 chart responsive. Oh, how high am I gonna do it? 200. Okay. Buckets. And our time range was fixed. Let's do this for now. Like I said, we're gonna change it eventually, but lazy right now. Why are you complaining? Ah, so of course we need to pass it in as like object. Okay. Oh yeah. Hey developer. D is undefined. What? D is undefined. Yeah, of course D is in here is undefined because it's not D. Should be this way. No, it shouldn't complain anymore. How are we shadowing it? Get date D. Oh no. Oh, I see. I see. We are shadowing it. But why is it undefined? So if you go in there, so yeah, of course it should be this one. Data, right? It's the bucket. No. No. Okay, that's correct. We're already iterating over the buckets. Tell me why is it? Which D is undefined? Timeline chart Y scale. I guess we should do it that way. It shouldn't be like okay. This D is undefined. But where the D? Okay, let's do differently for now. Children, 9 data results defined. Can we take a look at the console? Okay, yeah, that is better. Timeline chart result. Okay, let's log out what we're getting there. Because if it comes out, it should not be undefined. Oh, yeah. Good that I've typed it so well. Of course. That makes sense. Very smart code. Okay, but why did we type it that badly? Analytics category count results. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Let's see if we can get a chart rendered. I'm happy for today. As you can see, this is like very real world front-end web development within like a reasonably complex product. So that is not rendering me happy. Ooh, okay. That is not a chart. Ah, yeah, okay, because let's use this domain instead. I'm sorry. Yeah, so first off, why is there like a line outside? Let's take a look. So we have the 19th. It's a bit shifted. 19th and 18th. Okay. Yeah, I suppose that has to do with my copying stuff. So let's just narrow it down. Make it marker start, marker end. Do we need marker start, marker end? No, we don't. Stroke. Okay. Do we do? Doesn't make it better. Yeah, okay. We don't need the width. Key is fine. Okay, so let's start with that. Ooh. I mean, now it's not shifted anymore. It's correctly aligned, but still a bit fucky. Um, okay, I see. Could be that the data is actually like shifted by a day, and that shift actually makes it a bit weird. Okay, because we're still a day in the past. Like, it should start like. It's like, why isn't it rendering every day? Okay, here it is, right? Okay, so that's actually why, because we're starting midday, and it's relative to today. Okay, and because it's still aggregating events from the day before, makes that thing weird. Like, I would still want all of all days, ideally. But why can't we get all days? Let's take a look at the brush shot again. I mean, let's do this first. Let's align it a bit more. Where does the outer width come from? Yeah, okay. Oh no, we actually don't want any margins, right? Do we? Ooh, we've lost the. Okay. Yeah, so that could be. Oh, I see. That is not correct. So. We should actually do this. Get domain from time range. Time range. I mean, it's also not correct. Let's just try 7 first. Okay, so we're getting all just so shifted to the left. I mean, this one can obviously, I mean, this one is not limited, like, just shows 10 ticks. That's fine, I guess. Okay, so well, let's just do it the way we did it before. Don't care, man. Don't care. Okay. Still feels like it's higher than we had it before. Okay, that's why. Should be fine though. Okay, come on. I just wanted like to shift right. Okay. Come on, boy. I mean, I know why it's happening because it starts right in the middle. And that is, I suppose, due to how we're doing like the domain. It's because the domain only starts relative to the day. Yeah. I think that is the issue actually. So if we were to change this to 8, right, then it would show it right. Yeah. So how do we do this? What we could do is could create a function, export function, get domain from time range relative time range to date. So instead of just using the fixed time range like that date, we could just always use our own date and then pass our date to it. So we could do this. New date, but so if we set the time to 0, okay. Yeah, of course, so it's not returning. the date. We're gonna fix it up later, of course, but do we get it somewhere else? No, I don't think so. Oh. Yeah. Because the time is in fact the... Okay, I see. Set. Okay. Would be a bit too much into it, so subtract an hour. Maybe 2. Yeah. I think that works. Seems sufficient. So it's a bit clipped. And it's not colored at all. But I think I've done a lot already, so I would say it's sufficient for this video. We've got a very ugly display of our graphs, so I think what I might do off screen is just add a bit of color, add a table, make sure that the margins fit. Yeah. Maybe see if we can revisit later on. All right. Thank you for watching. I hope it was somewhat interesting to see me struggle all the time. Yeah, and please do leave feedback if you want to.